Pan-Africanist Congress President Mzwanele Nyhontso has rubbished a statement by the party's former Deputy Secretary-General Mbuso Dlamini, who is rejecting the party's participation in the government of national unity. In a statement purportedly coming from that office, it calls the GNU a sellout deal between the ANC and the Democratic Alliance. Well, the PAC leader is in studio with me tonight, Mzwanele Nyhontso, to set the record straight. Mr. Nyhontso, good evening to you and thank you very much for your time. First, I want to correct myself by suggesting that you are the Minister of Agriculture, you are the Minister of Land Reform and Rural Development. So that's in the clear. Now, let's deal with this matter of the former Deputy Secretary-General. Firstly, is he a paid-up member of the party? Because if he is, whether or not he still holds the office of the Deputy Secretary-General, his views do matter.
He is not. That's the unfortunate part. He is not. He has not been renewing his membership. Even when we were in the last elective conference or congress in Seshego Polokwane,
yes,
when he did not even attend, where a new DSG or new leadership was elected. So he was not there and he never renewed his membership, and PAC moved forward. PAC, firstly, Xoli, let me say, normally I don't respond to what Mbuso and others are writing about PAC.
Yes.
But because we had to come and set the record straight once and for all,
yes,
both for our members and for the public, that the PAC and the PAC leadership, NEC of the PAC, took a unanimous decision to participate in the government of national unity. That's one. Number two, the PAC head office is at Khotso House, not where I see in the so-called statement. And remember, he's not calling himself a former. He's calling himself Deputy SG. In fact, we must also take him to task about that. Imagine me, it's like if I can wake up tomorrow and call the media and tell them that, anyway, I am Jesus Christ, the Son of Man. I'm here to save your sins. I'm sure those who are close to me must take me straight to the psychiatric clinic and so on.
Yes.
So PAC head office is in Khotso House. Thirdly, Xoli, we are not participating in the GNU because we are selling out. We are participating in the GNU because there was no outright winner. We are participating in the GNU because we were invited that we must come and we must form a government.
Right.
And if there is no GNU, people must come up with a solution. What else would have been there? But government had to be formed. The country had to move forward.
Yes.
And services had to be delivered to the people. So if there is no government, how is that going to happen? Now, as the Pan-Africanist Congress of Azania, we are proudly participating in the GNU. And as the Pan-Africanist Congress of Azania, we have been allocated, I have been allocated the Ministry of Land Reform and Rural Development by the President. And we are happily participating. We are proud to be doing this thing. We are grateful to be President for allocating this position to PAC, which talks to what the PAC stands for, which talks to what the PAC represents. As things stand, I'm in the office in less than 2 months, and we are working hard to make sure that land is distributed to our people. We are making sure that title deeds are handed over to our people. We are making sure that rural development, rural areas must be developed.
All right.
So that we curb urbanization, we curb influx of our people to the so-called big cities. They must find job opportunities where they live, and that is what we are going to focus on as the Ministry of this Land and Rural Development. The PAC as an organization is moving forward. The PAC as an organization is united. The PAC as an organization cannot respond to individuals. Remember, Constitution says, in between conferences and congresses, the National Executive Committee takes decisions. So the decision to participate in the GNU is the decision of the NEC, of course, in consultation with all the provinces of the PAC. Okay. So I'm here out of respect, Xoli, and I wanted to come and set the record straight. And before you ask another question, let me share this with you. These are people who even printed T-shirts on the eve of elections that PAC must not be voted. These are people who wrote on social media that there must be no elections in this country. These are people who are saying, let's go back to the revolution because everybody's a sellout. But they don't tell us that who must we fight against. Or I'm not sure, why are they not starting this revolution? Should they want me to come and lead their revolution? I am happy to be participating and taking services to our people. Remember, we must, Sobukwe says, true leadership demands subjugation of self. You must take the you in me or me in you and represent what the people say. And you must do services to our people. We have been given an opportunity to serve our people. And that is what we are doing in this ministry.
What will it take to do away with the factions or factional fighting within the PAC?
No. We've done away with factions. We have done away with factions. We will always have individuals. Remember, you can't satisfy everyone. But with factions, we've done away. You can go to IEC, they're very clear. You can go to court, they're very clear. You can go to the structures, the provinces, the regions of the PAC. Imagine if I hold a branch meeting where I come from in Tsendane. I can't hold it in a classroom. I hold it in town hall because people there are members of the PAC in good standing. The so-called national meeting that sat somewhere was in a classroom with less than 20 people. Now we will still have individuals who are saying we are not happy. Like all organizations. In fact, I've always been saying this, Xoli, with PAC so-called factions, it's no longer factions, it's individuals, scoundrels, who are just acting as if they are paid to destabilize PAC. But unfortunately, nobody is taking them serious. But other organizations are killing each other. Other organizations are not even talking to each other. But ever since PAC had problems before we resolved them, you can't even point into a single grave and say this grave is because of PAC factions. Okay. We've done away with them, but we have ill-disciplined individuals who do not want to accept the fact that the PAC has a leadership, who do not want to accept the fact that South Africa as a country changed a long time ago.
Okay. All right. Mr. Nyhontso, I think you've managed to set the record straight. There's one final question, though, I have for you. And it is the following, that the PAC and the land question, the two go together. Now, you are responsible for land reform and rural development. You have just said that part of your job is to ensure that people are given title deeds. I'm not going to be unfair to you because you've just said that you are hardly 2 months into the office. When the 5 years is over of this administration, how should we judge you as having either performed or not performed, particularly as it relates to the historical question of land, which is almost tied to your party?
No, you firstly, 5 years may be too far. You will judge me in the next, the next 100 days in office. We will call press conference. And we will be telling people through you that this is what, as this department, we have done. I'm very happy with the work we're doing with the officials, executive management of the department. We are working together. We we've taken it upon ourselves to make sure that we deliver. Remember, the land question is the item of conflict. The land question is the reason why we joined the liberation struggle. And we must resolve that question. And I'm very happy with people I'm working with, from the deputy minister to the executive management of the department. 5 years would be too far. When the 100 days ends, we are going to call the press conference and we will tell, we've done a lot. People out there have got hope. In fact, we are meeting stakeholders and people every day. I leave office around 11 at night because people have got hope. And also, don't forget about individuals. People out there are excited with the GNU. People out there, when I went to one church and where I come from, I said, as PAC, we've decided to join the GNU. And the pastor said, can God delay the judgment day? Because PAC is part of government. People are very happy out there. People, in fact, we have got international friends. Everyone wants to talk to us, and everyone wants to model with what has happened in South Africa.
Okay.
And we need to say people are going to get services, people are going to smile, because a new hope has emerged for them in the name of government, of national unity.
Mzwanele Nyhontso, let me thank you very much for your time, sir. I'm going to ask you to just sit where you are while I link to my next engagement. But thank you very much for coming through, and we are going to hold you to that 100 days.